Stories are new friendships. My name is Osadumebi, and every week I usually tell you a short story written by a Nigerian writer or author. But what is life without a few curveballs that warrant a deviation from the norm? This particular curveball was instigated through an Instagram message from a writer outside my niche. He asked. I got inspired. I asked. She agreed. And so I decided to make an exception. Ever so often, I will bring you a short story, single episode or series, written by a non-Nigerian writer or author, and narrated by someone other than me. That's the long and short of it. So without much ado, today's episode is the third and final part of the story titled I Met a Girl in Lagos. It was written by Bate-Epey Ebai Tarkang, and it's narrated by Etoro-Obong Ekong. Catch up on earlier episodes from this week for the beginning part of the story.
Many minutes had passed, or so I thought. I was sweating profusely, or so I felt. My nostrils were clawing the air for every atom. For sure, everyone could tell because I could feel my heart thumping from deep within my trance. Or maybe that's just the way it is when destiny barges in unannounced. She was looking in my direction, her mouth curved upwards in that gravitational pull smile. A mere trance stood no chance. What was it about this girl that made the Lagos sun feel like the perfect weather for a picnic? Why did her presence make my mind race in two thought directions? Between being anonymous like J.K. Anowe or stepping into my Wale Adenuga energy and crafting a super story. Dreamer. No. Super story starts with a song that goes, a life of strife and sorrow. I resolved this was just going to be my story and could only start with me moving. I walked up to the concrete slab where she sat and blurted. You know bread in the morning tastes better with eggs, right? Fully aware that was not how to start a conversation. But I wasn't thinking. I was seriously ringing it. Her smile turned into a look of disgust as she replied with a hiss. Eggs? As in how? You can kill a cat while eating a banana. You're one of those people. Ugh, ew. The laughter leaped from within me and grazed her glasses, because she had to adjust them before pouting at me. I finally gathered my wits and replied, Touché. It's 1-0 now, but you have to let me make a case for why I can't kill a cat while eating a banana. Up close, she looked and smelled like one of those things in the world which had an uncluttered beauty about them, stripped of outer complexity, like a pearl, a sunset, the feel of clean sheets, or chemtrails across a blue sky. Her hair was still fiery amber, but her smile was her only facial makeup, complemented by her chocolate skin and a minimalist chain made of a small metal ball hanging onto another by fine metal links. Her earrings were just that, earrings, and her shirt was just that, a blue short-sleeved shirt. Hey, uncluttered beauty. She snatched me from the silent daydream. I'll only give you a chance because you have nice eyes. Oh yeah, so for me. I could only smile as I answered, I don't like bananas, and you've never heard of a beat who kills cats. Her laughter and her voice rang out in unison. I've never heard of a beat, period. That is not a name from around here. I replied she was in luck, and the score was now 1-1. She said a defiant no, and then, Ekpelejo, before telling me her name was Osezele. but her friends call her Zelly. I asked playfully if she was a child of blood and bone, to which she replied, Tomi Adeyemi is a good writer, but she'd have a hard time writing me into existence. My mother did. Finally, someone got the reference, I thought, my inner bookworm smiling in excitement. From that moment on, she held me like a conversation. We talked books, movies, mutual hate for bananas, Family Guy, and an imaginary dialogue between the Grim Reaper, a banshee, and a human called Mr. Fatai. Feeling ignored and bitter, time executed carefully planned mischief as 3 girls walked up to us, talking loudly in a mix of Yoruba and English. In my haze of annoyance, I could only hear snippets. Time for lectures. Assignment. Motigbe. Nepa again. Mutireo. Oyeranke. Who is this? Oh, I guess that's me. I lifted my head as the girls conjured their eyes into scrutinizing slits behind their glasses. I introduced myself while wondering about the odds of 4 girls of similar height who wear glasses becoming friends. Everything was happening so fast now. She was shoving her books into a bag while talking to me with her mouth half filled with bread. The Lagos around us was starting to feel like a cauldron again. The sun, the bustling, the aliveness of it, bubbling in mysteriously balanced proportions. I knew what that meant. The picnic was over. Okay, Bate. It was nice meeting you, and the score is 2-1, Zelly, she said with a big smile. I paused for a second, taking a mental portrait photo of her face. Had to get the focus and grid lines just right. I replied with, I can't let that slide. I never lose. She side-eyed me playfully. You'll have to be better prepared next time. We both laughed, and I asked how we go about this next time when I finished my preparations. You seem to like adventures, so you can go around Lagos looking out for an amber-haired girl with glasses, or take buses from Yaba every afternoon, or trust that I'll message you if you give me your number. As she walked away, packing a sticky note with my number on it in her bag, my thoughts drowned the whole of Lagos. Did she know that not only doctors save lives? I did love adventures, and I came to Lagos on a final one, to take my life in a land where no one knows me, where loved ones won't see what I looked like when the endless noise and depression had finally won. But she changed that. The noise was a voice when I was with her. I felt like I had unfinished business with Omo happily ever after. I stuck my earphones into my ears, and for the first time in a long while, I pressed play on Khalid's Vertigo. Who am I to give up? I'm breathing. What's the reason to let up? Are we alive, or are we dreaming? Darker days, brighter endings. As I kept walking, the Lagos sun didn't stop feeling like the perfect setting for a picnic. And no matter my endless run of songs on Spotify, only one kept playing in my mind. Yes, so ginger me slowly. She had messaged me. Tomorrow, I'd still be alive to make it 2-2.
Bate-Epey Ebai Tarkang, also known as Beat, is a writer who resides in Cameroon. Whether through words, living, or just being, he is storytelling, always. He has a stash of poetry on Medium at Indigo Beat. Our narrator for this week was Etoro-Obong. She's a voiceover artist who resides in the UK. She has a flair for fine arts and fashion and likes to have meaningful conversations. You can connect with her on Instagram at life_with_Etoro. And for collaborations, send her an email at voiceetstudio@gmail.com. Details and links will be in the episode description. If you've got a story you would like to be featured on this podcast, or a published book you want to make into an audiobook, I would love to hear from you. Send an email to info@osadumebi.com or send me a message at Osadumebi on either Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, or X. I look forward to collaborating with you. And if you've enjoyed this week's episode, please subscribe, leave a review, and share this episode with that one person you know will enjoy listening. Tell them that stories are a good escape for a few minutes each week.